My daughter just overstimulated me so bad. I knew I needed rest long before I admitted it. I need to walk away comfortably with $40,000 in my savings account. Tomorrow, somebody might hit me up and offer me $5,000 for a speech or a book deal or whatever. So I don't know. If it's supposed to be for me, it will be for me. 2 months ago, I decided that I was going to give myself a year of rest for my 45th birthday, and I am doing monthly updates. And so this is month 2 of 20 in preparation of my year of rest. If you see me looking over to the side, I am referring to the notes. Month 1 was really all about like just coming to terms with the fact that I've made this decision, assessing if it's something that I really wanted to do, assessing, thinking, contemplating ways I can make it happen without rushing into like hustle mode, because a big component of it is financial. And since part of the motivation behind recognizing that I'm tired is my motivation. I have been very ambitious over the past couple of years, building my business as well as with financial milestones. I did share a video, and I will pop it on the screen, of basically just saying like, I'm tired, why I'm tired, and what I'm doing about it. And if you haven't watched that video to get a better understanding of why I am here, then I suggest you go back and watch that. I will be sharing monthly updates as the months count down to October 2027. I'm also doing a series of building my dream business, and really that's just about building a business that I love so much that it doesn't feel like work. So I do get questioned quite a bit about, well, why are you building a dream business if you plan on taking a year of rest? The year of rest is really about stepping out of hustle mode, giving myself time to rest, and being able to build my business from a place of rest and regulated nervous system, and not out of pressure and hustle. These are all the things I have going on in my life. And for the last couple of years, I've had all of these things going on in my life. So I work an overnight job. It is 4 shifts. They start on Wednesday evening at 8 a.m. and they end Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Have a private practice. I am licensed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, and Virginia. And I see about 12 to 15 clients per week. On top of that, I am a coach or consultant to clinicians. And I just recently launched a collective. It's called the CEO Clinician Collective, where I transform clinicians from being clinicians just carrying a caseload to CEOs running a business, basically elevating their business to a place that supports the life that they wanted. I don't know what number I'm on, but then I have content creation. So I have a TikTok. One TikTok is my professional brand TikTok, and it has about 15,000 followers. And then I am building my personal brand TikTok that better aligns with the documentation of my year of rest, and that has about 4,000 followers. My business, Mental Wellness Clinical Counseling and Services, has its own Instagram and Facebook page, as well as a newsletter and a blog. And I want to start speaking. So having the space to incorporate all of those things into my life without the hustle and the pressure is also the motivator behind this year of rest and the financial decisions and moves that I am trying to make in preparation for that. As a therapist, I am fully aware of the 4 stages of change. There are the contemplation, the preparation, the action, and the maintenance. How does that apply to me in my year of rest? I contemplated taking a year off a long time ago. I was introduced to the term of a sabbatical from Life is Kiki. She's here on YouTube as well as on TikTok. That might have been back in 2019. I don't know if that's actually when she took her sabbatical, but I think that that's where I was initially introduced to it. And I just never thought it was something that I wanted to do, but never thought that it was possible for me. So I would say I started to contemplate the possibility of it back then. And she fully documented like the financial picture she took, the way she went about it. She house hacked with her family members, and that made it affordable. And I think she is like just going back to work within the last year, from like 2019, 2020. I'm not quite sure. But I will link her channel down in the description box as well. I contemplated it, and then I don't know if something specific happened in March that made me say I'm going to do it. I just remember saying I'm going to do it. I do know that when I took this overnight job, it was specifically at the time I took it. I got the job September of 2024 with the goal to pay off my car. When I took the job, I knew you had to work 3 years, at least 3 years, to be fully vested. If you're not sure what vested means, it means whatever you put into your retirement account and whatever contributions the employer puts in, after so many years of employment with them, if you leave, you can take everything with you. So in year 1, I can take 33%. In year 2, I can take 66%. And in year 3, I can take 100%. So I committed at that time to at least work 3 years. So October 2027 will actually be the 3 years. I don't think that at the time the goal was planning this year of rest, but I knew then that leaving the job and taking all of my 401k was going to be the plan. The goal was to take the 401k and pay off the mortgage. Now, I have an IRA. I've had an IRA since I walked away from working for other people, and I invest in that weekly. So for the year of rest, one of the things that I want to be completely out of the way is the mortgage and the credit card debt, but I will get into that later. So in March, when I made the decision, I immediately shifted into the preparation phase where I am planning for the change. A big part of the preparation phase for me is the financial planning part. I don't know where I did share where the $40,000 came from, and $40,000 was how much I made when I got my first big girl job in 2009. So I feel like if I lived off of the $40,000, then I can live off the $40,000 now that I have older adult children. I have a spouse who makes better money. We have rental properties, and I have a lot more financial knowledge and experience. I'm very good with budgeting. I don't do it so much, like writing everything down. A lot of our bills are on auto pay, and I just like run the numbers figuratively in my mind. But I do have a budgeting template that I will so often go in and put in. And so I'm kind of in between the preparation and the action phase. I'm doing the actions to prepare. And then the last phase is maintenance, where I do the things or figure out the things to sustain the new life or whatever the change was, which will in this case be not doing. So I've already moved through contemplation. I knew I needed rest long before I admitted it. And right now I'm in preparation/action. And that's what every monthly update is going to be from here on out. I have 18 months to go, or 20 more months to go if I decide to go till December. And here is an honest snapshot of where things stand. For the $40,000 annual salary that I want to give myself, I have $20,069 of that saved. I save it in a high yield savings account with Ally. If you are looking for a high yield savings account and you want to use my referral link, you are more than welcome. I will put that link down in the description box. So the sabbatical fund is sitting at $20,069. And if we do the math, 40,000 minus $20,069 is $19,931. And if we divide that by 20 months, I need to be saving $996.55. I'm not saving that right now. As far as credit cards, I do still use credit cards. I am still in credit card debt as well as student loan debt. And I would need to pay off $34,736.24 to be completely debt free, so that when I take my year of rest on this $40,000 salary, it's not a financial burden to my husband. I currently have 6 credit cards. One has a balance of $9,327. My business card has a balance of $3,990. My Delta Amex has a balance of $1,822.17. My PayPal is currently sitting at a balance of $2,588.29. My Best Buy credit card is sitting at $1,621.69. And then my husband and I have a Platinum Amex card together, and that's sitting at $6,932.14. So I am continuing. That does not total the $34,000. Also, what is included in that is my second lowest student loan, sitting at a balance of $8,454.01. The goal is to have that paid off by January 2027. I'm going to start paying on it June 2026, so next month. I did just pay off a student loan, and that student loan was started at $8,500 as well. And I started paying on that in January, and I paid that off last month. Now, the income goals. I need to walk away comfortably with $40,000 in my savings account. More would be great, but at least $40,000. And to live comfortably off of $3,333 a month. I don't want any credit card debt. I will continue to use credit cards, but very meticulously, so that, again, I'm not a financial burden on my husband. I have questions about how I'm going to live off of $40,000. I will still keep my private practice, and I will still keep my collective, as well as my content creation from my personal and my business brand. I hope that it provides it supplements this income. Anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000. I'm not focused on what the number will be, but I am going to keep reaching my goals based on how I identify success, and whatever financially comes with it is what comes with it. But ideally, I would love a supplemental income of $500 to $2,000 that continues to come from my private practice, my business brand, and everything that is under that umbrella, and my personal brand and everything that is under that umbrella. I want to continue to pay down my student loans. I have 6 student loans, I think, remaining, and I want to be able to pay one off per year. The only reason I'm focused on paying off these 2 per year this year is because they had lower balances of $8,000. The next one after this next one that I'm getting ready to pay, I think, is sitting at 12 to 13. By the time the interest starts and when I start paying on it, it'll probably be at $14,000 or $15,000. I do still want to pay that while I am in my year of rest. So I'm looking at $1,500 a month towards the student loan to hopefully get it paid off. So that is the financial picture. That is the honest, incomplete, but real financial picture. I need to know the how. I just need to know the next step. Circumstances can change drastically overnight. Tomorrow, somebody might hit me up and offer me $5,000 for a speech or a book deal or whatever. So I don't know. If it's supposed to be for me, it will be for me. The next thing that I want to be intentional about while I'm financially preparing to prevent me from hyper-focusing and becoming very ambitious to reach these financial milestones is hobbies. 3 of those things that are at the top of my list. I did share how I am crocheting. I haven't done it recently because I am a like to finish things, and because I don't have the time to just sit down and crochet a whole hat or a blanket or whatever, I have lost my motivation. So I do want to pick back up crocheting. Also want to get back into my Spanish classes. And or take Spanish lessons. I am on Duolingo and I like it, but when life gets busy, I don't prioritize the lessons and I lose my streaks. And then I don't want to start back from day 1 when I know I was at day 70. So, but then also horseback riding, tennis, or racquetball? I think it's racquetball. And pole dancing classes. So sometimes it feels like I'm not going to reach the goal and I'm going to have to push the date out. And then I feel like, no, I'm going to make this happy. But then I check the fact that I don't want to fall back into that hustle culture and that ambition that tired me out to begin with. So trying to find my happy place in between is really good. Now, does that mean that maybe something is not completely paid by either October 2027 or December 2027? Possibly. If I had to think about it from here, it would probably be the student loan. The math does not make sense. If you're sitting over there and you're like, no, it's no way she's going to come. Because that's like $54,000 that I have to have in 20 months. Be putting at least $3,037.07 per month towards that number. That is what makes it realistic for me because I bring home about $6,000 from my overnight job. On a good month, $6,000. On a basic month with no overtime, somewhere between closer to $5,000 than not. That is it for my month 2 update. The content that I post weekly here is more about my dream life, planning my year of rest, building my dream business, a vlog type style thing, and then whatever is going on in my life that I feel like I want to share with you guys. For the month of May, it may very well be trying out one of those hobbies. I'm really interested in starting with the horseback riding. I have somebody that I have reached out to, but I'm just waiting for the weather to be better. Ask me whatever you want to ask me. And if you have had a sabbatical, if you've taken a sabbatical, or you know someone who did take a sabbatical and you have any tips or tricks, please let me know. Answer that down in the comments. I definitely will respond. I am reading all of the comments on here and on TikTok and responding to all of them. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.